Yellowstone National Park was established by the U.S. Congress on March 1st, 1872, the first of its kind. It is located primarily in the state of Wyoming, although it extends into Montana and Idaho. It spans an area of 3,468 square miles, comprising of lakes, canyons, rivers, and mountain ranges. 5% of the park is covered by water, 15% is grassland, and 80% is forest. Aboriginal Americans have lived in the Yellowstone grassland region for at least 11,000 years. By the time white explorers first entered the region during the Lewis and Clark expedition in 1805, they encountered the Nez Perce, Crow, and Shoshone tribes. The park is located at the headwaters of the Yellowstone River, from which it takes its historical name. Near the end of the 18th century, French trappers named the river Rocher Jaune, which is translation of the Minnetonka Indian name Rock Yellow River. Later, American trappers rendered the French name in English as Yellowstone. Preserved within Yellowstone National Park are a collection of the world's most extraordinary geysers, hot springs, and the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. It is home to a large variety of wildlife, including the bisons, grizzly bears, elks, and wolves. Yellowstone is also home to the world's largest active caldera, or volcanic depression. The cataclysmic eruption that led to the creation of the 1,750 square mile caldera, also called supervolcano, took place 640,000 years ago. Yellowstone sits atop a reservoir filled with a highly viscous sort of magma which cannot simply flow away through cracks. This means that the gases produced by the magma cannot escape and the pressure keeps building. At some point in time, the layers of rock on top of the reservoir will simply be blown away in a gigantic explosion. At the site of the explosion, the edges of the huge crater created by the blast could collapse, triggering earthquakes strong enough to destroy the entire United States. For 3 months in 1985, 3,000 minor earthquakes were detected in the park during what has been referred to as an earthquake swarm. These swarms are common, and there have been 70 such swarms between 1983 and 2008. In December of 2008, over 250 earthquakes were measured over a 4-day span on the Yellowstone Lake, the largest measured a magnitude of 3.9. Seismic activity in Yellowstone National Park continues and is recorded hourly by the U.S. Geological Survey. It is about time the Yellowstone volcano blew up. It explodes about once every 600,000 years. Geologists around the world are keeping a close eye on the old volcano, but even they have to admit that in geology, time is measured in millennia, 1,000 years rather than days. Therefore and thereby, our generation and a lot more generations to come will still be able to enjoy the beauty, splendor, and grandeur that is the Yellowstone National Park.